Saddle up for the wildest, no-holds-barred conversations in music. Outlaw Jeff James and Mr. Moonlight bring you raw stories, legendary guests, and the unfiltered truth behind the industry's biggest names. We're laying it all on the table. This is the Outlaw Radio Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Dancing through my eyes, and I need emancipation from desires deep inside. I felt an angel's kiss upon my lips, it burned me deep inside, and I've been waiting here for you, been waiting all my life. Time's up, let's go, revolution's on the way. Right now, I want you to come with me. Right now, I want you to come with me. I got a note from heaven, it was sealed with a kiss. It says that you're the one that I never could resist, and I just wanna feel your lips as tight up next to mine. Yes, I want you so fucking bad, I want to go and jump inside. Time's up, let's go, revolution's on the way. Time's up, let's go. Right now, I want you to come with me. Right now, I want you to come with me.
I mean, you feel good, you coming real good. A sarcastic that I can't relate. Me, you feel good, you coming real good. A sarcastic that I can't relate. Look at me, I'm at my worst. Reinvention of my goods. Look at me, I'm at my worst. I give you love, I give you blood, and if it's money you want, I hook you up. I give you love, I give you blood, and if it's money you want, I hook you up, yeah. Look at me, I'm at my worst, reinvention of if it's money you want, I hook up, yeah. Look at me, I'm at my worst. Sweet invention of my goods. Look at me, I'm at my worst.
Darling, you gotta let me know. Should I stay or should I go? If you say you're mine, I'll be here to the end of time. So you gotta let me know. Should I stay or should I go? It's always tease, tease, tease. You're happy when I'm on my knees. One day it's fine, next is black. So if you want me off your back, well come on and let me know. Should I stay or should I go? Should I stay or should I go now? Should I stay or should I go now? If I go there will be trouble. If I stay it will be double. Come on and let me know. Should I stay or should I go?
This business is you bugging me. If you don't want me, set me free. Exactly who I'm supposed to be. Don't know which clothes you can fit me. So come on and let me know. Should I cool it or should I blow? Mama, put that
Should I stay or should I go now? Should I stay or should I go now? If I go there will be trouble. Trouble, trouble. If I stay it will be double. So you gotta let me know. Should I cool or should I blow? Should I stay or should I go now? Should I stay or should I go now? If I go it will be trouble. And if I stay it will be double. So you gotta let me know. Should I cool or should I blow? Blow, no, no, no. Yeah.
Hi, this is Jeff James,
And this is Mr. Moonlight.
and you're listening to Outlaw Radio. What's up, Outlaw Radio Nation? We are in the house. Hello.
We're ready to go today, and I have my shirt on, my favorite shirt of the day, Void Dead.
Void Dead, he's repping it for you guys.
I was wondering if they were going to notice that I wore it. They did.
They already did.
Yeah.
Right off the rip. We're back tonight with the big guns. Got the guns blazing.
And there's some big ones. None of the teeny weenies.
No teeny weenies here tonight. We have a great show planned for you peeps. Tonight we're with Mark Berry of AMG Universal. He'll be on at 7:30, just a few minutes away.
Wow.
Then at 8:30, now I should back up. Mark Berry, AMG Universal, worked with Duran Duran, Paul McCartney, Billy Idol, Voivod, Carly Simon, Kool and the Gang, hundreds and hundreds of other great artists. 36 gold and platinum albums in the United States and Canada. I have no idea what he has in Asia
It's
or Europe.
mind-boggling
No,
what he's accomplished.
We'll have to ask him tonight how many gold records and platinum and Juno awards he has, because he has also Juno awards and international awards and all kinds of stuff.
He must be pretty busy, you think?
Yeah, the guy is busy, but he took some time out tonight to tell us what's up with AMG, and we got some questions for him.
Hey, I hope his leg's better. Ask him about his leg.
Yeah, I have to ask about his leg,
'Cause
because
he
he
fell
did
and
have
hurt
an
him
accident.
About a year ago or
Yeah,
summer. or
He
something?
wily coyoted on black ice.
Needed some surgery, I thought.
Legs went up and his body went down, and
Ugh.
yeah, he had to have surgery. People were stepping over him. They had to get to work.
Yeah.
We're thinking about
Cruel
you, Mark.
world.
It's a cruel world, man. 8:30, we have Joe Vitale Jr.
Wow.
He is with the band Ravenwood. He actually played with one of my favorite guitar players from Cleveland, Neil Zaza. So that's going to be a fun interview. That'll be cool.
Oh, I can't believe it. That sounds great. I remember hearing Neil Zaza play at Stampers every year to warm up for his winter gig.
Yeah, very cool. So that's our lineup. Then Jim will be bringing Mentally Ill in America. What do you have for us today?
Well, it's things that people do that usually I was saying, hey, if things that people do, it could mean that it's really bad. But today it's going to be things that people do that really aren't that bad. It's kind of normal. So if you think you do these things and it's freaking you out, I'm going to assure you that, hey, it's totally normal. Everybody else does it too.
Yeah.
And I'm not even charging.
Cool. No charging. All right.
No
very
fee. No fee.
Today on the Paranormal segment, I'm going to bring you stuff about the U.S. Navy and some really cool tech that China has that you'll be surprised by.
I bet they blow us away. What do you think? Is that possible?
Yeah, wait till you hear it's super cool.
Do you hear about that bridge that's about 18 miles high that they built or something? That's insane.
A huge bridge, and then they got the huge China wall. I'm going to take a sip. My throat's bothering me.
And I'll take a little break.
All right. Today's music, we have Mr. Moonlight has a brand new song. He did a cover of the Beatles. Not going to give it away until we play it, which will be the next song before Mark Berry comes on.
Oh, I can't wait to hear it.
Sounds really good. I heard it today.
I finished it up in the most part today. I put in some sound effects at the end of the song, so make sure to listen for those. You might recognize what that is.
Yeah, very cool. Okay, so besides that, we have the Black Roses, which is my band, the Unsatisfied, Ravenwood. A feature drop today is Oracle from Italy, Lexi Schroll, Overmedicated, Avoid Dead, and then you heard Seal Gloss. The last song was High Alert, because she's on high alert.
Yeah, I
now.
like all the songs today so far.
Then we had, prior to that, we had Diane Baker with Should I Stay or Should I Go?
And Jeff sang on that.
I sang on it,
A
man.
little bit. He shared the task with Diane, and I heard they had a really good time in the studio doing it.
Darling, you got to let me know. Okay. And then we did the Unsatisfied with Adult Recovery, which a lot of us are recovering from Halloween. I'm not. That was good. I stayed.
I loved that song.
That was super good.
Tight. I gave that a good plus.
I knew you would like it because it was a minute and 55 seconds,
Oh, I like those short ones.
right?
That's what she said.
And you get one of those, Jim. Good job.
Thank you.
Jim's been doing it. That's what she said since I got here today. All right, so I'm not sure if I said this or not. Dogs of Verona, My Cleveland Project. So that's what we have for today. Pretty good lineup.
It is. Another good job on that.
All right, so are you ready?
I think so.
I think I'm ready too. Here we go, Brother James.
I'm ready.
All right, cool. All right, so I have a quick little thing I wanted to tell you about before I read any of our news stuff for today. You know the song I Was Made for Loving You? I was playing it for you earlier. That was Youngblood's version of Kiss, which is
yeah.
super good. I don't know if you guys like Youngblood out there, one of my favorite artists. Check him out. All right, so heard a story about that song. Desmond Child wrote that song with Paul McCartney. Paul Stanley, not Paul McCartney.
Paul Stanley.
Paul Stanley. Let me back that up. It would have been really cool if you wrote with Paul Stanley. I bet he'd love that. Anyway, so he wrote that song with Paul Stanley. And so Kiss wrote the song with Desmond Child, I Was Made for Loving You, right? And it came out during the time that disco was super popular. And they were talking about how it's easier to write a disco song than it is to write a rock and roll anthem. So they came up with that song. So Paul Stanley brings it back to the band and he says to Gene Simmons, I wrote this really great song. It's going to be a super big hit. You're going to love it. And he starts singing, I was made for loving you, baby. So he's singing that part, and Gene Simmons is getting into it. He's like, oh yeah, cool. What's my part? What's my part? He's like, is it something death and heavy, right? And he goes, oh no, your part is do 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 do. You know that part, right? Where they're all singing in harmony. And he goes,
Not me.
He's like, I don't know about that song. He's like, no.
Doo-doos all over the place.
Yeah, and he said that he's like, I thought that song was going to be a total flop. I thought it would kill Kiss and the whole bit, and then it did the complete opposite, and it vaulted them. Made them soar. Yeah, so I was watching that last night.
So he finally gave in and did it?
Yeah, he gave in, and then he did the parts, and they wrote the song, and it was super popular. That's my story about Gene Simmons. So I watched a lot of YouTube last night. Telling Jim I watched the whole White Album. Super cool. Great music, man.
The White Album. What can you say?
Great stuff. All right, so guys, we have merch coming out. We have hoodies. We have a new design hoodie where it says the Outlaw Radio Nation thing. Then I got some other ones made, just a couple for later on, where it says, Are you ready? And then we put the gas mask on it. So that what you saw at the beginning is going to be a t-shirt. It's going to be super cool looking. All right. So we're taking orders now. We have the beanies. We have the shirts. And hit us up. We'll have the hoodies soon. And we're going to get them out to you. So we're taking orders now. We have a few, Jim. Not a whole lot, but we do have a few.
It's a start.
It's a start. Also, I want to welcome our sponsors to the show today. We have two new ones, which is Jerky Pro in Chillicothe, Ohio. Dubby Energy. We also still are with BBS Film Studios in North Olmsted, Zenify, which is this guy right here, and Wild Cucumber LLC. Thank you, Chris. All right, so don't forget the Cleveland Music Awards are coming February 1st. Get those nominations ready. Let the popularity contest begin. Good job, Jim.
Yeah. We have to get nominated, don't we?
I think we probably will get nominated.
I'm going to go for it.
Well, I hope we do.
I have a song that might be good enough.
I think we need to get Jim as singer-songwriter. We need to get Outlaw Radio Nation nominated for Best Radio Station or Best Radio Host or something like that. All we want to be is nominated anyway, because we've discussed it further and further before. We're not going to win, okay?
But it's going to be fun regardless.
It'll be fun.
Wouldn't that be something if we did win, though? I mean, we beat out the radio stations in Cleveland.
Well, Level Up Cleveland beat 107.3 at one point. But 107.3 is pretty popular now, so, I mean, I don't know.
There's a couple that are okay.
Yeah. Okay, got to get moving. New music's been coming out like crazy. We'll get all of you on the show, we promise. We're not like 107.3, who we were just talking about, where you might get played. We're going to play you regardless, okay? And we play all the unsigned bands in Cleveland and beyond, always adding new stuff. And I want to say this real quick. Jim, our numbers have tripled in Canada.
Oh, wow.
Ireland, the UK, and Germany. And I just saw it today. We're getting views in Italy.
Come
We're
on,
bringing on some
Italy?
Italian bands. Yeah.
How about Cleveland? What's the story with Cleveland? Yay!
Cleveland. Come on, Cleveland.
Come on, you can do it.
You can do it. You can beat those guys.
It's not happening for us as far as Clevelanders go. We have better not better, but more fans elsewhere.
I think we're doing really good in the European market, and we're also doing really, really well in Canada. That's the one thing I wanted to say. Not sure if I said it or not, but Canada's doing really well. And I want to say probably thank you to Mark Berry because he shares our stuff in Canada.
Thank you, Mark.
All right, so we are getting ready for Mark Berry. We're going to get set up for that. Prior to that, we have a brand new song by an artist who's sitting right next to me. Okay, this is Mr. Moonlight with Hey Bulldog. Check this out.
Sheepdog, standing in the rain. Bullfrog, doing it again. Some kind of happiness is measured out in miles. What makes you think you're something special when you smile? Childlike, no one understands. Jackknife in your sweaty hands. Some kind of innocence is measured out in years. You don't know what it's like to listen to your fears. You can talk to me. You can talk to me. You can talk to me. If you're lonely, you can talk to me. Big man, yeah, walking in the park. Wigwam, frightened of the dark. Some kind of solitude is measured out in you. You think you know me, but you haven't got a clue. You can talk to me. You can talk to me. You can talk to me. If you're lonely, you can talk to me. Hey, bulldog. 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 Hey, bulldog.
Awesome. Hey Bulldog by Mr. Moonlight.
Hey, I hope you liked it.
Good job, Jim.
A little bit of John in the back.
I know you've been working your tail off.
I have been. I worked on that bass part for like 2 months.
Yeah, and
every
then
day, and I got it close enough.
all weekend you were down there in the studio.
It's
right?
it's a Hofner bass, and you have to mute like crazy to get that tone and that feel right there. You definitely have to make quick notes too.
Well, I
learned a
Jim.
lot.
I told Jim, I was like, I want to play that right before Mark Berry comes on, so it needs to be done and sent to me Sunday. And you called me. I just sat down at the computer. You called me, and I was like, let's upload it, right?
Yeah.
Perfect how that worked.
Yeah, I put in the Beatles kind of stuff at the end. That was the last thing I did. I did that today.
Very good. I thought it was super cool. Kind of like Revolution 9 at the end.
Yeah, the effects coming in and out.
I liked it a lot.
Right, yes.
All right, very cool. All right, guys, we're to that point. We have somebody waiting in the wings that is super, super cool. A little introduction, and I'm going to bring him in. Mark Berry is an American music and film producer and chairman of AMG Universal. He has worked with Grammy and Juno nominated artists such as Carly Simon, Paul McCartney, David Bowie, Duran Duran, Billy Idol, Boy George, Yes, Joan Jett, Cameo, Voivod, and Kool and the Gang.
Wow. Just to name a few.
Just to name a few. Okay, so welcome to the show, Mr. Mark Berry.
Welcome hey guys, how we doing?
Pretty good. Pretty good, thank you. Yes.
Great to have you back.
Yeah, great to be back. Great to be back. By the way, that Hey Bulldog was a great version there.
Oh, thank you. I was hoping to hear that.
Oh yeah, I saw him.
It was great.
His head to it.
You got the sound down great.
You got to mute that bass, that Hofner.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
I use the drill. My amp that I use is that big. It was those honey tones. They're that big. They cost $30. That I plugged my Hofner into a $30 honey tone and got that tone.
That's the way to do it. And, you know, the very first session that I worked on in England, just out of high school, running from the Vietnam War, was with I got a job at Sir George's studio, Air Studios in Oxford Circus in London, and the first session they put me on was the Live and Let Die soundtrack with Sir Paul, and I was a T-boy, emptied ashtrays, rolled up the mic cables. But hey, I'm hanging out with George Martin and Sir Paul, and
I'd like to do that job now.
Yeah.
Man, that's fantastic. Hey, Jim had a couple questions before we even got started with this. How many I know it says 36 gold and platinum. That's only in the United States and Canada, right? You have other.
Yeah, there's other territories that I've done work in that's gone multi-platinum. Like in Australia, for example, I produced Kids in the Kitchen. That was multi-platinum. I did the Shantuzis. That was multi-platinum. And you know, they get out around the world. One of the main reasons they had me come down to make those records in Australia. Well, number one, my lawyer, and still my lawyer to this day, Paul Schindler, he represented Mushroom Music in Australia. So he would hook me up with Michael Gudinski, who ran Mushroom Records. And I'd go down there and I'd make records. And then, you know, we'd bring the records back to the States and get them out, you know, locally as well. And that's really how we were working on those deals. So, but a lot of those records went multi-platinum back in Australia, New Zealand, as one territory.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Isn't that great, Jim?
That is outstanding, I would say. Yes.
Hey, my other question was, Jim had this one also when we were playing his song. He wanted to know, how is your leg? You had the Wile E. Coyote incident, and we wanted to hear how you're doing.
You know, I go 90 miles an hour every day, guys. Okay.
I believe it.
So all of a sudden you're like laying flat. And on April 8th, I was running across the street to my office, a little bit of mist in the air, and it was a bunch of black ice. Slipped on the black ice and smashed my knee into the streetcar platform, and I severed all 4 quadriceps of my right kneecap. So, and you know, I'm a healthy guy, you know, 71 years old. No problems. No, I don't smoke. I don't drink. No drugs. You know, no problems. So all of a sudden, whoop, bang, I'm in the hospital. And I didn't see it coming, but it was excruciating. It took a week to get the surgery done. Had a great surgeon, thank God, and I've just been in recovery mode. I stopped the crutches. I'm on a cane occasionally if I'm out and about because my leg sometimes just kind of like buckles on me and gives out, you know. So I walk with the cane, but yeah, I'm doing the physio and just getting through it, you know.
Yeah, it'll probably take a while. I remember when I had my hip replacement, even long after, sometimes I had rough days,
Yeah.
especially when it gets cold.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. And so when I get up, once I'm walking fine now, right? But
Oh,
it's like getting up and you got to get into the groove of that
Sure.
steps and stuff, you know.
Do
So
your exercises at home and all that stuff, right?
yeah, absolutely.
The leg lifts. I remember doing those.
Yeah, the leg is where you put your back against the wall and you slide down the wall and back
Yep.
up again and slide down again.
Those are great for your quads. Stretch
Yes,
your butt muscles. All
yeah.
right. All right. So I got one. All right. So you said this at the beginning, and I want to go, I had this for my last question, but I want to go back to it. You said about drugs and alcohol. I read an article about you quitting drinking, and it was a great influence on me because I read that and I thought, hey, I could do that too. So, what brought you that decision in your life, and how long have you been sober now?
So I've been sober since July 4th, 1987.
Wow.
Yeah. So the way it happened was I was working with Boy George. He was producing an act called Marilyn, which was kind of a transvestite act out of the UK, very popular at the time. And I was working with my closest friend, Michael Radetsky. Michael was a multi instrumentalist. He worked on all of my records. If I was remixing something, I'd bring him in. He'd program drums, play keyboard parts, play guitar parts, play bass parts. I just needed to bring Michael in, and I could get it sounding the way I wanted to. And then they called the session early that night, and I went home to Brooklyn. Took the subway home, and no problem at all. And then my wife at the time wakes me up and says, wake up, Michael's dead." And I go, "What do you mean? What are you talking about?" Because I used to sleep in the basement because my daughters would get up for school. Right? So if I came home late, I'd go crash in the basement, and then I could sleep a few extra hours. So she goes, "Wake up, Michael's dead." And I said, "No, he's not. He's in London." I said, "He's not in London. I left him in Manhattan last night." She goes, "No, he's in London, right?" So I go upstairs, I turn on the TV, and it's all over the news, all over the news. This kid, Michael Radetsky, my best friend, was dead. He died of a heroin overdose in Boy George's.
oh,
And I was scratching my head. I said, "How the hell did he get to England? Like, I don't know what's." Anyway, as you know, Culture Club was on Virgin Records, and they say in the business that the Culture Club royalties started Virgin Airlines. He made so much money on Culture Club that he started an airlines. So Boy George called up, Richard Branson and said, "Hey, I need a jet back to London now." And they got him a jet back to London, and they all went back to London, no problem at all. And then Michael, they all went out to party, and then Michael was at home playing with drugs and died, and that was on August of '86. And then I just kind of went into a bit of a tailspin myself, and then I just I stopped. I just stopped. Couldn't do it anymore. Couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah, I get that. I see that, man. Wow, that's a great story.
Yeah.
It that definitely makes you not want to pick up the bottle ever again.
Never. No, I mean, I have no feelings at all for to get high anymore. And hey, I had a blast while it was going on. But when your friends start dropping dead around you from it, it's not worth it. It's just not worth it.
I was
And
telling
I had two daughters at the time, and it's like you have to think about that too.
Yeah, you're right about that. I was telling Jim that I watched a lot of YouTube stuff over the weekend, like interviews
Mhm.
and stuff about the Beatles. I saw this one thing about Jimi Hendrix. I'll bring up real quick. Um,
Mhm.
Before he did some festival, he was doing cocaine and heroin. He was doing speedballs,
Mhm.
and they had him on stage, and he couldn't play the guitar. He couldn't move his fingers, Jim. And his roadie had to come over and actually move his hand on the neck so he was in the right position. And then, like, his singing was all really weird and slow. And
Mhm.
they took a guitar track and they separated so you could hear like what he was playing. It was just nonsense.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
when you said that about like drugs and stuff, that popped in my head about Jimi Hendrix. And you're right, man. A lot of people think that drugs actually help them create. Where you find out later on down the road, older musicians are like, yeah, no.
Right.
So I
You know,
feel
my the first job I got when I came back from England, and it would have been 74. Um, yeah, around 74. I worked for a company called PPX Enterprises. And PPX Enterprises was run by a guy named Ed Chalpin. And Ed Chalpin was a notorious manager. He did sound-alikes at his studios. So he would find out what the top tens were going to be in America, have a studio musicians come in, replay them, right, and then license them to Argentina and Peru and Ukraine, you know, and stuff like that. So he is the guy that signed Jimi Hendrix to a napkin contract when he was. He actually didn't sign Jimmy. Jimmy was part of the contract, but he signed a guy named Curtis Knight, which was the band that Jimi Hendrix was in,
wow.
and he signed him to a napkin contract, and it held up in court. And Ed, as a settlement, got the Band of Gypsies album, which is the only album of Jimi Hendrix's entire repertoire that is not on Reprise Records. It's on Capitol Records. And it's the live Fillmore East concert with the Band of Gypsies, which is um, uh, Jimmy and, oh gosh, I forget who the other guys are. Uh,
Not Mitch Mitchell.
Mitch Mitchell, right?
no, it wasn't
No.
Mitch. It was Billy Cox, I
Billy
believe.
Oh,
Cox.
okay.
Billy Cox, and who was the drummer? Buddy Miles.
No, that's right.
Yeah, Buddy Miles, Billy Cox, and Jimmy Hendrix, and live at the Fillmore East. And they gave him this album and said, "Here, go away." Right, and it was like this massively successful record. Anyway, I only worked for him for like a year. I hated it. I got a job at Vanguard Records. I just couldn't stand doing sound-alike records, and that's not what I got into the business for.
Yeah, very cool. All right, Mark. Well, now we're talking about the music business. What is new in the music business for you?
Okay, so we've got well, I've been kind of focusing on the film side of things and the music side of film at the company. We've got a great soundtrack coming out and movie that we're executive producing. It's called Sweat It Out, and it's basically about the pub rock scene in Australia during the late 70s, early 80s. So imagine, if you will, early AC/DC, Jimmy Barnes, Divinyls, Midnight Oil, In Excess, all when they're just playing bars, right? Basically bars and pubs. And great interviews, young and newer interviews, and an absolutely killer soundtrack. So we're just finishing that up now. Some of the music licensing has gotten quite expensive, as you can imagine, going back to those classic masters. And we think it's going to be a great documentary on the Australian pub rock scene.
Oh, yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah, yeah. So we're
That
doing that.
sounds super cool. That's right up my alley, Jim.
Yeah, yeah. No, you'll love this. You'll love this. I'll send you down a screener on it that we've got, and then we've got the Joe Frazier movie, which we're very excited about. So we got
Oh, wow.
that going on. We have basically it's a Joe Frazier film focused on the Muhammad Ali Joe Frazier 1971 fight at Madison Square Garden. So we've got that.
Who's playing Joe Frazier?
We don't have Joe picked out yet. But we have a great script from Douglas Day Stewart, who wrote Officer and a Gentleman, of which Lou Gossett Jr. won an Oscar. It's a phenomenal script, and we're just putting it together now, and we're very, very excited about it. We think it's going to be a great, great project.
And let me ask you a question: when you guys put those movies together, and you have to find the actors for it, now is that do you go through like Hollywood for that, or is it like
Yeah. So what we did on this one, we work with again. Paul Schindler has a client in Los Angeles called IAG, International Artist Group. It's a major agency, and he put us together with Chris Ridnour as one of the lead agents, and a guy named Lee Dinsman in Canada for IAG, and we're casting it through IAG. And they're coming up with some, great suggestions, young and old Fraser. Um, and a wild, wild Muhammad Ali who was out of his mind in that time period because he got the title taken away from him and he was trying to get it back, because he didn't go to Vietnam. So it's just a big, big struggle. So and then he had this personal vendetta going on between Frazier and Ali, and he never called him Muhammad Ali. He refused to call him Muhammad Ali. Um, until the end of the movie, he calls him Muhammad, and that was like, okay, it's like you are one of the greatest, So
Yeah, I remember when he had his name change. I don't verbatim remember, but I remember them talking about that in history.
yeah.
And yeah, people were like, they were super divided on it.
Well, that was his. That was his. I don't want to say excuse, but that was why he didn't go to Vietnam. He says, "I'm a conscientious objector. I can't. I can't. I can't participate in this." So they said, "Okay, we're going to strip your title, and you're going to jail, whatever, and that's it."
And guys out there, I don't know if you guys realize this or not, but with AMG Universal, not only do they do the movie, you guys do all the music for it as well.
Yeah. We typically grab the music rights. We're all set up in the office for licensing, which can get very, very hairy, especially when you're dealing with period pieces. You have to go back and you have to clear the master, which has now been bought 6 times by a major record corporation, and then you have to go clear the copyright. Who owns the copyright? There might be 2 or 3 people that own the copyright because there's 2 or 3 writers, and then all the consolidation of the publishing business now, they come along and they buy these catalogs and now they're participating in it too. So if you put a song in a movie for 100 grand, 50,000 goes to the master owner, 50,000 goes to the copyright holder. If there's 5 copyright holders, each one's going to get 10 grand, right? If there's one company that owns the master because they paid for it, then they get the 50 grand on the master side. So it's really confusing stuff, especially with all this consolidation of the business going on, and people buying these rights and these catalogs, and people don't even know about it. Like a major money firm, BlackRock comes in and has an entertainment division, and they come in and they buy, the Beatles catalog, whatever, and not many people even know it, but they're the ones that finance it. And then they, the Beatles walk away with, $300 million, whatever, and then they gave up their catalog.
Man, that's super interesting. Isn't that cool, Jim?
Oh, it's fascinating, really. It's very complicated.
Yeah,
It's so complicated, guys. It's so
You must have a
complicated.
staff you must have a good staff.
We got a great staff. We got Dwayne Farley, executive vice president.
Dwayne, yeah.
Yeah, Dwayne's cool, and he kind of deals. Dwayne's got a lot of the great relationships with the major record labels. BMG Music owns 50% of 2 of our music publishing divisions, so we have the ability to call up Keith Halpritch at BMG and say, Keith, I need a favor on this master. We can't pay 100 grand for the master. We only got 20 grand. And we try to get solids out of that. And then we've got Sophie Yu, who's the office administrator, and then always a fresh round of interns that come from international music business schools globally. So we got a great team.
Yeah, that's really great. Hey, Mark, for our listeners out there and the bands out there, can you tell our audience what services are available to unsigned artists?
Sure. So we have this new deal with Universal that we just signed for distribution. We moved everything from Sony over to Universal, which we love. It's a great company. It's the largest record label in the world, and they've got great affiliates worldwide. Um, and then once we get the distribution sorted out with the client, then we can do. There's three services, basic general services in the company. One is the playlisting. We do Spotify playlisting, a legitimate playlisting. And then we do film, television, video game, ad agency, movie trailer companies. So we get it out. We have a huge database. You have to make people aware that your music exists. One, and that it's available for what we call one-stop clearance. So one-stop clearance means yes, my client owns the master. Yes, my client wrote the song. He owns the copyright, and we can put them together. One-stop clearance, one contract for them. In the movie side of things, so we do that. So it's film, TV, video games, ad agencies, movie trailer companies, wherever we can generate third-party usage with the audio against the master. And then we have a deal with a company out of Germany that does all of the digital streaming for us. So you walk into Walmart, Costco, Best Buy, Starbucks, you hear music coming out of the ceiling, right? That's typically from a third party source. That people tap into, but it's worldwide, global, and they pay you for it. You get paid for it, because it's airplay.
Dang, is that all?
Well, we tried to focus on three areas that generate revenue. I mean, if they're spending money with us, they want to have some avenue of income, coming back to them. So we can, do some streaming, do some playlisting, get the streaming activity up, put a song in a movie for 10, 15, 20 grand. Hey, we put a song in a European car ad. They paid my client 175,000 euros. Okay. One song, one ad. Okay. If that director wants that piece of music bad enough for his visuals, then they'll pay you for it. Right.
Yeah, you're right.
And then we do the digital streaming, which is something, it's over and over and over, and 14,000 Starbucks worldwide, over and over and over. It generates revenue. That's what you need to create value. If you want to get signed to a major label today, the first thing they're going to do is ask you, okay, is the ball at the 50-yard line? Period. Is the ball at the 50-yard line? If it's at the 1-yard line or the 10-yard line, come back when it's at the 50-yard line, right? They want the ball up and running. They want the audience brought to them, right?
Yeah, I got a question for you. What do you think about? All right, here's one. How do you feel about record labels compared to a distribution deal? Because I always hear people say it's almost better to get a distribution deal and then do all the legwork of what a record label would do for you compared to signing to a record label and then owing all that money.
Yeah.
What's your
Yeah,
take
that's
on that?
exactly right. You're better off creating the value yourself because you're getting the reward. Like I said, I put a song in a European car ad for 175,000 euros. That's like 200,000 US dollars. One song, one ad, Audi. Audi was the car manufacturer. And where are they going to get? They're going to get a $200,000 advance from a record label in 2025? I don't think so. I don't think so. But if you bring that value to the table, the business operates on a 4-to-1 principle, right? So if somebody comes to me and says, I want $1 million advance. Okay, no problem. Can you show me $4 million of receipts in the previous 2 years? And I'll find a company that will gladly give you $1 million based on it generating $4 million already. And that's just how the business operates.
Yeah.
They don't give away. It's not free money anymore. I remember the great story about the Black Crows. The A&R guy, Simon Potts, I believe. He stumbled into a bar in Atlanta, Georgia, and they were all drunk and da da da. And he heard this bar band playing, and I'm going to sign you. Nobody heard of the band, right? But Simon Potts said, "I'm going to sign you." He signed them, and they turned out great. But that was 40 years ago.
Yeah, things have changed quite a bit. Jim, do you have a question?
Well, you still use or can go to disco.com? Is that where the source?
Yes, disco.ac is who we use, and also swayzio.com is a great source as well. So basically what the clients do is they put their entire catalog, let's say they got 1,000 songs, get every song in the catalog, the audio, all the metadata, very, very important. And then we're able to send out the one link to directors, producers, so they can review the music. So they can go, they click the link at Disco or Swayzio, and all the metadata comes up, and they put in what they need. Okay, what's the mood? What's the topic? What's the genre? What's the genre? What's the lyric? What are they looking for a specific scene? Right, and then they can put it all in, input it, click, and then let's say they gave 1,000 songs. Let's say 5 songs pop up that are appropriate for that scene that they're looking for. Because I mean, back in the day, we used to send out 2 songs at a time because you could only send MP3s, a certain song files and things like that.
It's a great site. It's really easy to use. I have a bunch of songs on it right
Yeah,
now.
it's fantastic. It's fantastic.
So
We
easy.
recommend that and Swayzio for all of our pitching out to film and TV because we can issue the entire catalog. If you wrote 1,000 songs, okay, get them all into disco, no
You
problem.
get, you get on the site and it's just one song after another. It's so
Yep.
easy.
Right, with all the proper metadata.
Hey, let me also ask you this, because not only do you do all those services for unsigned artists and signed artists, you also do publishing contracts, right?
Yes, yeah. We co-publish. We actually reduce the fees. Like I said before, BMG Music owns 50% of 2 of our music publishing companies, which is very cool for us. They're great internationally, and what they can do is they collect all the revenue for us. So if somebody wants to get the fee lowered, right, for the promotion and marketing, then we can take a 50% interest in their publishing assets, which is a 75-25 income split in their favor, just based on a 50-50 co-pub. So it gives us a little back end in the project. We've taken a hit off the top, right? They're getting the benefit of being worked on the publishing side of things as well.
That's fantastic. And Mark, for the bands that are out there listening, can you give them an idea of where they can contact you if they want to work on some type
Yeah,
of?
sure. They can go to theamgcorp.com, theamgcorp.com. We have the movie site is up, amg-visuals.com, and that has all of the movies that we're working on. We have the new Wu-Tang Clan documentary. We just picked up a documentary on Public Enemy, the S1Ws. So we're very, very proactive in finding films and then putting deals together for international broadcast. But they go there, and then they go info@theamgcorp.com. It'll come to me.
Okay, very cool. And I got one last question for you.
Sure.
My question is, now that you told us all the stuff you guys are working on now, what's the future of AMG as you go forward into 2026?
Well, we're very proactive in the film side of things because that gives us the film side. We're working with a really cool investor, Wall Street guy that works on our partially funded films, and yeah, he kicks money in, secures it against the tax credits, against the MGs. Internationally, we get the soundtrack rights. We're on board as executive producers, and we get it out through a major distribution company. So we're very excited about the film side of things. We're got about another 3 or 4 films that we're actively negotiating and picking up on now. The Frasier and the Frasier is something that is homegrown for AMG. So we're starting from the bottom on that, where we control and own 100% of the project. And then the Sweat It Out is something that we're on board as executive producers, and we also help them find some of the money for the project as well.
Yeah, very cool. Hey, Terry G says hello.
Terry G, where the hell's he been?
He's in the comment section. He says hello to you.
Absolutely.
And one other question before I let you go. Void Dead's one of the bands that listens to us. Great
Yep.
metal band. They won our best metal outlaw radio awards just a couple weeks back. They asked this question, and I'm interested in this too. Video game music. Have you got into the video game music yet?
We haven't, but it's an area that we want to get. It's very competitive, the video game business. But we do have a relationship with Steve Vincent at Disney, who does the music over there. So they're always looking. He's in charge of all the music for anything Disney related. So we're just trying to figure out what we're doing on the video side of things.
Very cool. Hey, Mark, it was fantastic to talk to you tonight. It's always
Absolutely.
awesome. Thank you so
Absolutely.
much for coming on the show. Jim, would you like to say anything before we let him go?
I'm all set right now. Listen to my music. How about that?
Yeah, listen
Yeah,
to
no,
the
Jim,
music.
reach out to me, man.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
got to reach out to him. I keep telling you that, man.
Okay. Well, I have some new. I want to get some new stuff to send to you.
Cool.
Not just the same old stuff. I got some good stuff.
Cool. No, I'm very approachable on the. Remember, I came from the music side, guys. So it's I still have a bit of fondness in my heart for the music side.
Yeah, that's where his
Well, I'll be
bread and butter
contacting
is.
you.
Yeah. Definitely reach out by email.
All right, sweet. All right, guys, this has been Mark S. Berry with AMG Universal. Fantastic guest. Thank you so much again. Mark, I'm going to play out a song. If you could check it out, it's my band, The
right.
Black Roses.
All right.
And you have a fantastic evening, okay?
Okay, brother. Take care, guys.
Thank you so
Stay
much.
healthy.
Sure, man. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, so we are going to play The Black Roses. This is Tears Fall Like Bombs. I wrote this a few years back. Hope you guys like it.
Wow.
Outlaw Radio Nation's back. Hey, man, Mark Berry, fantastic interview. Thank you so much, Mark. You rock. You always have so much information.
Ah, it's awesome.
They have so much they're working on.
How can anyone not like that interview?
So informative. Guys out there, if you're looking for help, distribution, looking for a publishing contract, they only take 25% and you're getting 75%.
Sounds like a pretty good deal to me.
They're placing music in TV shows. They're placing music in commercials. They're placing music in movies. He hasn't even thought about getting into the video game music, which, Mark, I think you're missing on that one. It's super popular with the kiddies. Don't you agree, Jim?
I don't know much about that, but it is another market that should be explored.
Well, video games have music in it. Some video games put rock bands, like Avenging Sevenfold, which is a huge metal band. I don't think you know them.
I don't.
I'm a big fan. I like them a lot. I like the lead guitar work. Anyway, video game music.
Hey, your song was pretty good.
Thank you. That's Tears Fall Like Bombs. I did the vocals, all the guitar work, and I had a drummer play, a bass player, and I got Nico Pico Train to do the chorus for me.
Oh, I wanted to mention on Hey Bulldog, I did the song, but Tim Hammond was also, he played the piano. So Tim and I both did that song. And so there you got it.
Hey, I got some people that said some stuff about my song. Thank you, My Cleveland Project. We're ready to go. I'm ready to sing. Jim's ready to play guitar. Although I don't know if I'm actually singing. I think I'm rapping it in an Alice Cooper type vibe. I'm not sure. You let us know. Anyway, great interview. We're getting ready for our paranormal segment, and I had some very cool ideas for the paranormal segment today.
What are they?
So we're going to do the paranormal U.S. Navy. This is the last time we talked with Matt Gucca, our paranormal chef. We were talking about deep water underground UFO bases, and it got me thinking about the U.S. Navy and all the crazy stuff we see out in the oceans and stuff like that. So we're going to talk about the paranormal U.S. Navy, okay? And my cool intro music going. All right, so.
Wow.
You like that?
Yeah.
It's super trippy.
Set it up.
Gotta set it up, man. Okay, so accounts of paranormal phenomenon and haunted ships are a popular part of U.S. Navy folklore. Although the Navy itself does not officially recognize these claims, reports of spectral sailors and unexplained occurrences are especially common on historic vessels that are now museums, which often lean into their haunted reputation as an attraction. Hey, you know we got 2 Navy ships in Ohio? One docked down by Burke Lakefront. Is that, I think it's a submarine?
It's there
What is it?
permanently, right? You could visit and see that.
Yeah.
It's a submarine. I've been in that.
Yeah, it's really tight to move
20
around
years
there.
ago or something. Yeah, they're kind of stuffy in there.
I think it still sails, man.
Oh, well, I don't know.
I don't think they
Okay,
were going to take it underwater in Lake Erie, but I think it still moves.
Hey, if they need it, man, if those Chinese start attacking.
If we ever get invaded, we could probably use it, man. Get out there on the ocean. I'm sorry, the lake. Ocean.
There's no difference. It's water. It's all water, Jeff.
Yeah. Hey, Lake Erie's not that deep, though, so I'm not sure.
You're right. Like 100 feet or something.
Yeah, that's nothing. Okay, so here's a paranormal story for you. The USS Hornet, a World War II aircraft carrier, the Hornet is considered one of the most haunted ships in the U.S. Visitors and paranormal investigators report encounters with ghosts, strange shadows, and unexplained voices. Among the spirits said to inhabit the ship are a sailor in a white uniform and a man in the sickbay who turns equipment on and off. That's pretty cool.
Where is this? Is it like stationed somewhere?
I don't know where the USS Hornet is, but Matt Gucca said down at Burke, it's the USS Cod.
Oh, the Cod, yes.
Yeah, we've been there.
Yes.
I've been there a couple times, actually. It's super cool. There's also another Navy ship. I looked it up and I can't remember now, but they're also in dock or in port. Okay, so
I was in San Diego a few decades ago. They have a huge Navy base there, obviously, and the ships are just outstanding there.
yeah, you're right. I've been in San Diego too, and I'll tell you 2 things about San Diego. One, nothing against Cleveland women, but San Diego, man, some of the most beautiful women in the world. San Diego. I remember when I got off the plane, I went down to the beach. I was just blown away.
Daytona Beach or something?
San Diego.
Oh, that's okay. Daytona.
Diego.
Up north, yeah.
Right. South of, well, doesn't matter. South in California. And the second thing I'll say about San Diego is, yeah, the ships are awesome, man. Going to the Navy docks, right?
Oh, yeah. It's just...
You have no idea how big those things are until you walk up on one. Those aircraft carriers are giant, right? Okay, so the other one is the USS Lexington, nicknamed the Blue Ghost. This aircraft carrier served in World War II and is famous for its paranormal activity. Visitors report seeing the ghost of a sailor in the ship's engine room, hearing unexplained noises, and having tools and equipment moved by unseen hands.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, your basic haunting, right?
Huh.
Okay, here's another one for you. The Philadelphia Experiment. Have you heard about this?
Maybe.
You've probably seen the movie, The
Yeah,
Philadelphia
okay.
Experiment.
That's it then, right.
Okay. Well, it's based on a true event that the government says is not a true event. But as we know, a lot of movies that come out, like E.T. and other things, are actually based on reality. They just make it a movie so they could slowly get you, okay? So the Philadelphia Experiment, one of the most famous pieces of naval lore, is the alleged Philadelphia Experiment of 1943, where the USS Eldridge was supposedly made to disappear through experimental physics. According to the fabricated story, the experiment led to a disastrous side effects, with some crew members becoming fused with the ship. The U.S. Navy maintains the event never occurred, and that story is a hoax. I call bullshit.
You think it did happen?
Well, I'm not sure if they were fused into the ship, and I'm not sure if they went back in time, but they definitely cloaked the ship. And I think they were working on cloaking at that time, which we'll get into later because China is doing something very, very cool. It's going to blow your mind.
We have some cloaking potential, though, too. Don't we have a plane that flies around? You can't see it?
Yeah, I think that's the B-2, right? And then we also have like the F-35 or F-45 can cloak. And we do have Navy ships that can cloak. China can do it too. It just China seems to have the higher technology right now in the race. Sorry to tell you, America, we're not number one.
You sure about that?
Not in that category.
I thought Taiwan had all those chips and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
China has all the apps, I guess.
I think what's going to happen, Taiwan is doing all the AI chips and all that stuff. Yeah, fiber optics and all that. But China has the same stuff. We'll get to it. Okay, so while the Navy does not officially engage with paranormal claims, it does have a history of addressing psychological and emotional stress among sailors. Sailors living in close quarters for extended periods can be susceptible to anxiety, sleep deprivation, and other factors that might contribute to unexplained or eerie sensations. These personal accounts are part of a rich oral tradition passed down through generations of naval service members. Okay, which might also go a little towards your mentally illness type stuff. Not crazy, but mentally challenged. Definitely on the ship brings that out. All right, so here's something very interesting. A Navy fighter jet and a helicopter based off the aircraft carrier USS Nimitz crashed into the South China Sea within 30 minutes of each other, while Trump has been in Malaysia and next to South Korea. Seems pretty odd to me, right, Jim, that the USS Nimitz has had several reports of drones, USO encounters, and alien crafts buzzing the decks. And then they had, while they were in the South China Sea, I believe, South China Sea, the USS Nimitz had a Navy fighter jet crash and a helicopter also crash into the water within 30 minutes of each other.
And when did this happen again?
It happened sometime last week.
Oh, my gosh.
What do you think of that?
What a coincidence, I guess. Nothing to see here, I suppose.
You're right. All right, so
Move along.
Just move along, kiddies. Nothing to see here. I like that UK voice. All right, so Jim, have you heard of China's ghost navy?
No.
Okay, well, this refers to a new electronic warfare deception system. This is what I was telling you about before the show. Okay, this system can make a single warship appear as an entire fleet on enemy radar. The technology developed by Beijing Research Institute of Telemetry aims to confuse adversaries and make targeting far more difficult. Electromagnetic environmental sculpting. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
Chinese researchers use this term to describe the system's ability to manipulate the electromagnetic landscape of the battlefield.
You mean you could see ships that aren't there? They project like a hologram or something?
Like a hologram.
You see 100 ships coming and you don't know which ones are real?
You look at the radar and you see ships all over the place.
There's got to be a way to bust that right away, you know?
Of course. Well, when they come out with technology, then they beat the technology and then they move on to the higher technology, and that's how it's done.
Yeah, I'm sure we're working on it right now.
I'm sure they'll break it and then they'll come up with something else that's too hard to break. Radar spoofing. Have you heard of that?
It's like you'd say you have the radar on and you don't. You're faking
spoofing.
it. Yeah, spoofing it.
Spoofing. Okay, this creates a deceptive radar image, making it seem as if many ships are present while there is only one. In combat situations, the system successfully made one vessel appear as 8.
For real?
Yeah. This is what they can do on the battlefield, and this is in the oceans, okay? This is what the Chinese Navy, the Ghost Navy, can do.
Why are they releasing this information to the world? Do you think it would be top secret or something?
Well, they say that China is at least 10 years ahead of the United States. And hey, Matt Kuka just said that. Hey, good job, Matt. Technologically speaking, they're 10 years ahead of us.
So that means they have no reason to look at our stuff because we're already in last place. So
I don't think we're in last.
Well, there's 2 places, first and second, and who cares about the rest?
Yeah, if you're not first, you're last.
Hey, Jeff,
that's fantastic.
If you're in a race and you're running and I'm running in a race and say you're in second place and I pass you, what place am I in?
All right, wait. What was this again? Say it one more time because I know this.
Okay, if we're in a race, a foot race, and you're in second place right at the moment.
Yeah.
And then I'm behind you, but then I pass you. What place am I in?
Second place.
Yeah, you're right. Everybody, I saw it was a joke. Everybody was saying, I'm in first. You're in first. You're in first.
Yeah. In your mind.
Never mind.
In your mind, you would think you're in first, but you're in second place, folks. Yeah, he tried to get me with a brain teaser. Not this time.
I failed.
Last time you got me because I was high. I'm sorry to admit it, Mom. Dad out there. Mom's in heaven. Dad's still on earth. I hope you're not watching. But I was high and Jim tricked me. That's what happened. And I'm sticking with it.
That was one of my high points.
His high points, get it? No pun intended. Okay. All right, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to play a whole bunch of music. We have a featured drop from a band called Oracle. They are in Italy. We're going to play them next. We're going to play like 3 or 4 songs in a row. And then when we come back, we have Joe Vitale Jr. with the band Ravenwood for a super cool interview.
All right.
You ready, Jim?
Oracle.
Let me set this up first, okay, before we get on with the Oracle. Here we go. Featured drop by Oracle from Italy. All right, so the name of this song is FCOD. And guys, I don't know what this stands for. I should know, but I don't. This is Oracle. We'll see you very soon.
Better be good.
That's all.
Evil inside of me has chained me to these walls. I tried to break free, but I can't seem to at all. The strings are hardened, and now a part of me. Evil has taken its hold, and I can't get free. Life I was given been full of tears and pain. Evil's made its mark on me throughout the years. Well, I'm not saying I brought this all upon myself. I'm so weary. Someone reach out to me. The sun upon my desperate face, I know I'll make it to live another day. You whispered words of wisdom carried through the night. Evil burns deep inside. It's an endless fight. Left a hard and lonely night. The twists and turns of fate wouldn't set me free. When you reached out and gave a helping hand, the evil deep inside seems to disappear.
bought me cheap liquor with your fake ID. I thought you were so cool, and we got drunk on coconut rum. You kissed me at a party in front of your friends, and I wasn't sure of anything yet, but I knew I was hung up. And maybe it all went downhill from there. And baby, I know you don't care. But when I drink Malibu, it's all me and you. Those hot summer evenings, I thought you knew everything. I was 19, believing your California dream. Oh, it tastes so sweet, like falling for something new. I was sipping on Malibu. A few weeks later, I was sitting here. I watched you pop a lime in a bottle of beer while the radio played Chesney. It didn't work out, you know how it goes, but in flickers of light I still feel you close, and I hope you don't forget me. 'Cause baby, it all went downhill from there. And maybe you don't even care. But when I drink Malibu, it's all me. Summer evenings, I thought you knew everything. I was 19, believing your California dream. Oh, it tastes so sweet, like falling for something new. I was sipping on Malibu. There were two it's all me and you. Those hot summer evenings, I thought you knew everything. I was 19, believing your California dream. Oh, it tastes so sweet, like falling for something new. I was sipping on Malibu.
Active. And now for tonight's broadcast. 01010010, 01100001, 01110110, 01100101, 01101110, 01110111, 01101111, 01101111, 01100100. Ravenwood offline. System idle.
Hell yeah, kiddies. Outlaw Radio Nation is in the house again. You heard some great songs in a row, man. Jim took a quick rest stop. He'll be right back. You heard Oracle from Italy with the song FCOD. Don't know what it means, but it was a super cool song, and a lot of people really liked it. Thank you so much for sending us the tune. Italian Power, baby. Also, you heard My Cleveland Project with the song To Moon and Back. And welcome back, Jim.
Hey, thank you.
To the Moon Back, my Cleveland Project. And then the last song you heard was Lexi Schroll from the song Malibu. Pretty cool, huh?
Yes.
It was a very good lineup.
I listen to a lot of country at night when I wake up. Can't get back to sleep. And I think that's my favorite country song I've heard in a long time.
And I see our special guest, Mr. Joe Vitale Jr., waiting in the wings.
Oh, my.
All right, so very cool. Just give us 1 second. I have a little intro for you, and then we're going to pop you on the show, okay? Awesome. All right, so this is the driving force behind Ravenwood, fronted by Joe Vitale Jr. For the past decade. Joe has been clawing his way through the jungle-like terrain of the music scene, even if it means he has to crawl first. One thing's for certain, with his blend of classic rock, modern rock, and a sweet dash of signature Joe, Ravenwood is poised to lead the revolution. Please welcome to the show, Joe Vitale Jr. of the band Ravenwood. Welcome to the show.
How's it going?
Pretty good. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Thank you for having me on the show tonight.
Yes, excellent. Nice to meet you as well.
Welcome.
Very cool, man. Hey, real quick before we get started, we talked about kind of like your style of music. You also incorporate something I love, industrial.
Yes, absolutely.
Very cool.
I started back in the mid-1990s when I first came across Nine Inch Nails. It kind of changed my perception of how, what music could be. I was also a really big fan of, still am, of The Who. And so the combination of using synthesizers combined with rock became something I was really, really interested in doing. And it just became kind of an obsession after a while.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I incorporate a lot of like dubstep, industrial into my music. Jim was even saying when I was playing your instrumental stuff, how similar we are. We're not similar in our music styles, but in how we use special effects. And I really love it.
Thank you. Thank you.
That Alpha 1110001110 is super cool. Hey, what was the inspiration for that?
What I wanted to do is one of the things that I kind of miss from a lot of CDs back in the 1990s is you could put like hidden tracks and various, now everything's visible. So, when you're streaming something, you're going to see like, oh, there's track number 38 or something like that that's buried underneath, a million other blank tracks. And I've always liked like Easter egg kind of stuff in music and various things. And so with all the Aurora Borealis tracks, there's one on each album that I do. Those are full of little Easter eggs through it. For example, where it's doing the code, it's spelling out Ravenwood in binary. On version beta, which is off of our acoustic record, if I remember correctly, on that one, that one's in Morse code. And then there's another. There's also in alpha though. There's one thing also, and this is probably giving it away to some people for discovering it. But regardless, if you throw that song through a spectrum analyzer and it comes to the end after it reads off the 0010 and it goes like that, it's actually drawing on a spectrogram the AV logo from Ravenwood audibly. And so, but you can only see that if you throw it into a spectrum analyzer.
Super cool, man. Very creative.
Thank you.
Right?
A little bit confusing, but very neat.
Very neat.
Well,
all right, so go ahead.
I try to throw a lot of random stuff into. There's always like the one oddball track. It's always the last track. There's always going to be something hidden in it.
You kind of need something like that. Yeah.
I think it's super cool. Record. It's very entertaining. I love it. All right, man. So please describe for our fan base your sound and your style of music.
Well, it's kind of a combination of a couple different things. I have over the years when I first started writing music, long time ago. Actually, I was writing a lot of, believe it or not, calypso music, and I was writing a lot of tropic kind of based stuff. And then I started getting into a little bit more rock, and part of that is just because of some of the groups my dad had played with. And I started listening to a lot more, just as the 90s kind of moved on, I started listening to a lot more electronic stuff, a lot more industrial. And I kind of decided that was the way I was going to go. So on my solo record, which is just under my name, under Joe Vitale Jr., which is called Dancing with Shadows, that album is kind of a mix of a lot of different things because I was trying to figure out who I was kind of as a songwriter, in the sense of like, do I want to go this route or this route? And I kind of just threw everything at this album. And then as I was working on that record, everything started falling into place in terms of the style that you're hearing off the Ravenwood Ravenous record, where it's all very much, very cycled into industrial, a lot of alternative rock. And the more heavy the tracks got, I decided to go from my name as a solo artist over to a band name, hence Ravenwood. I can get into explain where that came from in a minute, but with that, it's definitely, it's a lot of alternative rock, a lot of industrial influence. So it's I try to what I try to do with it is I try to make very accessible in the sense of what people are kind of used to hearing at the same time. So it's not too much of a shift in terms of what they're used to, listening to. But I try to. I love the grooves of industrial. I love the synth parts of it, and then I love also just hard rock. So it's kind of a combination of all that.
Very cool. Well, my second question was going to be, where did the name Ravenwood come from?
This is actually an interesting story. Back in 2010, I was out in Los Angeles, and I was out there, was meeting with a guy that wanted to be my manager at the time. And during that point, he had suggested that maybe I go under a different name, just to separate the difference between me and my dad, because a lot of people get the two of us confused. Even to this day, a lot of people still do that. And so he had suggested that I try to come up with a name. And I kind of threw around a bunch of stuff. Everything kind of sounded kind of, trite for a while and stuff. And so I landed on J Ravenwood. And I don't even know, it just suddenly popped in my head. And then kind of put that on the shelf for a couple of years. That didn't really go anywhere with that particular manager, but I put that name on the shelf, and then all of a sudden I came back to it when I decided I wanted to go under a band name. I'm like, I really kind of like that, the not the J part, but the second half of it. And what I discovered was, throughout my life, this particular name had kind of followed me. So you had, there was a street several over from where I grew up called Ravenwood. There was, my favorite movie is Raiders of the Lost Ark. So you have Abner Ravenwood in it. Then where we would rehearse at when my band was first rehearsing was an apartment complex called Ravenwood Apartments. Then this keeps going. Like, this name just kept recycling around for like the longest time, until the point where I just like, and the other thing too is, didn't realize all this until way after I had named the band that. So it just kind of like, all of a sudden I look back, I'm like, oh, well, that kind of seemed like it followed me my entire life. This kind of makes sense. But that's where that came from. And also on top of it, I wanted something that would show strength. And so I've always liked ravens. Are absolutely a beautiful bird of prey. So I wanted something with strength. So you have bird of prey, and then you've got wood then being a strong element. I could have gone with Raven Stone, I suppose, but that's how that came together.
Yes, ravens are very cool. I don't know if you could see that, but I got one on my wrist right there.
I like the Ravenwood.
Fantastic.
Ravenwood is good.
Yeah, Ravenwood's cool. I like that name a lot. All right, so here's one for you, man. Having a famous dad in the rock and roll world must have been a big influence on you. Has Dad given you any advice moving forward on your journey into rock and roll?
Absolutely. The one thing he's always says is to always stay humble, always stay very fluidic, because you never know what exactly is going to change, especially when you go to gigs. I've always tried to be very easy to work with. Our group has always been known, when we go to a venue, we try to adapt to whatever we need to. So I've always tried to just stay, like a regular person in that sense. I never tried to. Some people get like way deep into their head sometimes, and it's always realizing that what you have now may not be there 10 years from now, and it's always important to treat people well, and always take care of your band, take care of your crew. He always said, always stay humble.
Yeah, I could see that, man.
He was very much like that when he was on our show talking to us. Very nice individual.
Exactly.
And very
Absolutely.
humble, so he practices what he preaches.
I hope Dad's watching you
Absolutely.
right now.
Oh, cool. Hey, Dad.
Hello, Mr. Vitale. Okay, so you guys have a gig December 6th with Donnie Iris and the Cruisers at MGM Northfield.
Yes.
Now, I heard you'll be playing on that show with your dad. Is that correct?
What it is they brought Donnie Iris and the Cruisers brought me in back in 2021, kind of fill in on drums and that, and so I play the bulk of the show, and Dad plays on about 4 or 5 or 6 songs of the show during the night. We do like Rocky Mountain Way, and we have a really great night. It's a lot of fun. It's great for us because up until 2021, I'm primarily a drummer in that sense. I play guitar and sing in Ravenwood, but my first love and first primary instrument has always been drums. And all these years, Dad and I have never gotten an opportunity to play dual drum kits up until 2021 at MGM. So ever since then, he has, we usually would on the December 6th gig or the MGM gig in December, we would always kind of do this kind of father-son deal. We play over the past couple of years with Donnie, and then this past year, they asked if Dad would like to be a guest drummer and come in and perform with the band during the regular touring season. So he and I have been able to do a ton of shows this past year, playing back and forth. And what's great is like on Love Is Like a Rock, where it's predominantly a drum-based song. We get to trade off soloing and stuff back and forth, and the groove between the two of us is huge. And because I grew up watching my dad play, I play pretty much like him in the sense of like our fills are very similar. So when there's this video that's floating around from 2021 of us playing, and what's really the thing that a lot of people bring up a lot is, and it was kind of amazing to me to watch this too, is how literally when we're playing, how in sync the height of our drumsticks, everything about what we're playing was exactly in sync. And it was kind of neat to watch that because you sit there and you don't really think about that until you see it from a third person point of view. And it's a lot of fun. We have a great time performing together.
Matt Cook asked where the show is, and that's going to be December 6th at MGM Northfield in Northfield, Ohio. Donnie Iris and the Cruisers. Me and Jim, after I'm listening to that, I'm like, I want to go to this.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
We want backstage passes. We want to come backstage and do photos.
I'll tell you, too, we're also, this coming up weekend here on November 8th, we're also playing up at the Canton Palace Theater in Canton, Ohio. We're going to be there this coming weekend, which will be really be a really great show also.
Well, let's go to that question because I was going to ask you about your tour dates. You played a ton of dates this year. You still have more to go. What's next for Ravenwood as you move forward into 2026?
I'm presently, right now, I'm in booking mode. This past year, like with Ravenwood, I bring that out for very special events and stuff. And we did a couple. We did about just a handful of shows this year. But next year, I'm in the booking process right now for 2026. So along with my Donnie Iris dates, I have this solo tour I started back in September of 2023, which I refer to as the Grapes of Wrath tour because I initially was doing a ton, and I still am doing a ton of wineries. So I call it the Grapes of Wrath tour because I had to give it some kind of a rock vibe about it. But those have been really fun. It's just what I get to do in these solo dates, and I'm playing a couple theaters and some other things too. With those shows, I get an opportunity to talk to the audience. I do some songs I don't normally get a chance to play when we're up there doing Ravenwood. It's a very laid back kind of, couple hour show. It's a lot of fun. I have a good time doing that. So this year alone, if you take into all the solo dates, Ravenwood and Donnie Iris gigs, it's sitting around 73, 74 shows this year.
Dang.
And already next year, I've got close to 34 shows already booked for next year as well. So it's already starting to fill in the calendar for next year as well.
All right, listeners, you hear them. Go see a show. This band rocks. This band really rocks. All right, I got enough. Go ahead.
Who's your current guitar player in the band?
Right now, I've had kind of a little bit of a flux in players. I have right now a guy named John Pyle. He's actually sitting in on bass for me right now because I had some members kind of just from life. They were kind of moving on. They had families and such and weren't able to tour. So it was all amicable and stuff like that. And I miss the guys. They're always great players and stuff. But as over the years, you play with a lot of different really great musicians. And right now, I had a guy over the summer. His name this past year named Casey Hawes. Fantastic guitar player. He's right now up at NYU. He's up there getting his master's right now. So for next year, I'm not sure yet. Let me put that way. I have a couple guys that I always use in that. My former guitar player also. He's always fills in if necessary, and his name's Trevor Matthews, a fantastic guitar player. Also, right now I've got John Pyle, who's actually doubling on bass right now for me as well. He's also when we have a full complement, I like to have two other guitar players, so sometimes I can just sit back and just sing and not have to be trying to play because I have a lot of the grooves are extraordinarily rhythmic, and it's sometimes hard to be playing guitar and singing against what I'm trying to play because as a guitar player, I play guitar as a drummer, meaning so I literally everything I play, it's like I treat it like a percussion instrument. So with this coming year, Neil Zaza's played with me. He's absolutely incredible to have perform with, and another guy named Ryan McDermott. So we have a whole slew of different guitar players that play with us in that.
Very cool. Well, Jim jumped on my question. That was the last one I had for you.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. I was going to ask who's in the band because we hear one of our favorite Cleveland guitarists was Neil Zaza. It is Neil Zaza, and you still play with him.
Oh yes,
that's very cool.
Yeah, he started with us back in 2017. And he's been a friend of mine since around 2012. Neil and I have been really close friends for a very long time. He's a great, absolutely wonderful person and amazing guitar player. And Neil played with us from around 2017 through about 2019 in that sense. And then just due to schedules and stuff, because either he's on the tour on the road over in China, or he's got his big shows like One Dark Night or One Silent Night, which are both incredible shows.
Yeah, you're right.
Sometimes our schedules just don't line up where we're able to perform together. One of my bass players that played with Ravenwood, still does here and there. His name is Brandon Covey. Also plays with Neil on One Dark Night. So he's absolutely a fantastic bass player, and we refer to as keeping it in the family is what we like to say.
Yeah, that's super cool. Hey, Joe, let me ask you this question. Where can bands find your music and hear you online, your website, all that other great information?
All the fun stuff, yeah. If you want to check out Band Ravenwood, you want to go to ravenwoodrocks.com. And it's also the same on Facebook. It's facebook.com/RavenwoodRocks. On Instagram is the only one that's different. That's Ravenwood Music because there's this little 10-year-old kid in 2015 that is named Raven Wood. And then he went as Ravenwood Rocks. So I can't grab that name, unfortunately. But if you check that out, you can check out ravenwoodrocks.com. That has the links to all of our social media on there. And best place to listen to us is your Spotify, Apple Music, all the different streaming sources. And then if you're interested in also what I do, because I still do a lot of solo stuff, it's JoeVitaleJr.com. And also that links over to all the social media as well.
All right, excellent. Joe, we're going to play the song Disperse,
okay.
Sorry, and that followed by Same Problems, Different Day.
Fantastic.
I freaking love Disperse. I think it is so cool.
Thank you.
And it flows really nicely into Same Problem, Different Day. Did you realize that?
Not direct. Well, it was. I'm trying to remember the order on the first record. Were those back to back? I was trying to remember.
I don't know if they are because I've been picking your songs, here and there as we go. I'm trying to get them all, so I'm not sure if they're back to back, but it sounds like it should be.
I'll check that out because now I'm kind of curious myself. Actually, I have to look at the song order for that one. But that I didn't realize that, but that's awesome that it does.
Yeah, it's super cool, man. All right, guys, this has been Joe Vitale Jr. from the band Ravenwood. Go see them December 6th, MGM Northfield with Donnie Iris and the Cruisers. Very cool. Thank you so much for coming on, man. You're
Absolutely.
super cool. We really love your music. I'm going to play your whole album eventually.
Thank you. Did I send you both of them? Did I send you the acoustic one too?
No, I only have the Ravenous album.
I'll take it. I'll send that to you this week.
And I'd also like to get that other album where you kind of mixed it up, kind of when you were talking about mixing up industrial and all that stuff. I was thinking of the
sure.
White Album.
Yeah. I'll send you links to all that stuff. I'll happily do that.
Okay, sweet. Jim, do you have something you wanted to say right before we go?
I heard a video a few months ago, and I remember maybe the Portage Lakes or something like that. You were playing guitar. You were in a boat or on a dock or something. I heard that.
Yeah.
So I thought, wait a minute, do you play guitar or you play both? But guitar is your second instrument, I would imagine.
Guitar's second, but they're both kind of equal love, and that's Live on the Lakes is what I started doing. I like to go out on my boat, and I sat there just like I was going out to rehearse one day, and I thought it'd be fun to go rehearse on the lake, and I grabbed my phone. I'm like, what the heck? Let's film something out here. And that started I just kind of dropped anchor out in the middle of the East Reservoir, and I started just playing, and I just kind of put it up there as just kind of a lark, and it kind of caught on. And so I started this whole summer concert series. I do like once a week, I do one song from my boat, and it's just kind of fun. It's a whole mix of styles in that I play, but that's been a fun thing. I'm going to be bringing that back in the spring of 26 too.
All right, very cool, man. Well, I love your music. I think it's fantastic. I can't wait to hear all the rest of the songs. I can't wait to play it for our audience down the line. So, guys, this is Ravenwood. This song is Disperse, and it's followed by the song Same Problems, Different Day. Joe, you have a fantastic evening.
You too. God bless you. Have a wonderful night.
God bless you too, man.
Thank you.
Bye. Very cool.
Do I just click off of this? Oh, okay.
I got you, don't worry.
Okay.
Everything is gone now. Can't say a word, nothing is allowed. Don't look in here, everything is dangerous. Better do what we say, your compliance is a must. One day it's coming for you. Same problems, different day. Same problems, different day. Push to the edge until my sanity cracks. Nothing around me picking up this slack. All I can feel is what they tell me to say. I got the same problems, different day. Over and over, cause it's always the same. Turning the heads, looking for someone to blame. Falling apart now as we start to decay. Dangerous state starting to break. If this is our fate, I got the same problems, different day. Fire in the words they inject into your brain. Process the poison flowing through your veins. Block out the truth and turn on the lies. On next story at 11:05. One day it's coming for you. Same problems, different day. Same problems, different day. Push to the edge until my sanity cracks. Nothing around what they tell me to say. I got the same problems, different day. Over and over, cause it's always the same. Turning the heads, looking for someone to blame. Falling apart now as we start to decay. Dangerous states starting to break, and this is our fate. I got the same problems, different day. You can't hide when they cover up your eyes. Devastate, defect, deny, till there's nothing left inside. Push to the edge until my sanity cracks. Nothing around me picking up this slack. Is what they tell me to say. I got the same problems, different day. Over and over, cause it's always the same. Turning the heads, looking for someone to blame. Falling apart now as we start to decay. Dangerous states starting to break, and this is our fate. I got the same problems, different day. Pushing the edge until my sanity cracks. Nothing around me picking up this slack. All I can feel is what they tell me to say. The same problems, different day. Over and over, cause it's always the same. Turning the heads, looking for someone to blame. Falling apart now as we start to decay. Dangerous states starting to break, and this is our fate. I got the same problems, different days. I got the same problems, different days.
Hi, this is Jeff James.
And this is Mr. Moonlight.
And you're listening to Outlaw Radio. Hell yeah, man. Ravenwood. Same problems, different day.
Isn't that something how you don't hear that music on the radio? Why isn't WMMS playing that? Or
damn, they're missing out.
Or 98.5 or
107.3, man.
How, 88.7. How about 88.3?
Play them. Joe Vitale, one of the best drummers in Cleveland, played with Joe Walsh. That's his son with the band Ravenwood, doing rock and roll with an industrial feel to it. Super cool. Play him on the radio, peeps. Request him.
We got to go see him, too.
Yeah, we got to go see him. There's so many people you got to see. We got to go see Over Medicaid. We got to get out there and see.
With Donnie Iris and
Conspiracy
stuff?
216. We got to see Joe Vitale Jr. Play with his dad, a dueling drum thing on Donnie Iris and the Cruisers, doing Joe Walsh tunes. Man,
I wanted to ask him if he ever went to a Eagles concert and backstage with his dad when his dad was in the band, but I don't know. When was that?
I don't know, man.
How many decades is that? But
it's super cool. I would love to see that show. Definitely. Super definitely. All right, Jim, we are at that time. It is time for Mentally Ill in America. I kind of pushed Jim a little too much on it because he's only going to be able to do a few of his items unless you guys don't care out there and he does a few more minutes. I don't care. You can go as long as you like, Jim. We're at the 2-hour mark in about 2 minutes, so
okay,
it's up to you, bud.
Well, in the past couple of weeks, I've been talking about human behaviors that could be a sign of a serious mental problem, or it couldn't be. Okay. But today, we're going to do scary things that most people experience that are completely normal. And the first one is the dream director's chair. I don't even know what that means.
Wow, that sounds cool. I want to sit in the dream director's chair.
But I'm going to... let's see if you could guess what this is. Imagine you're in a nightmare and a monster is chasing you, but instead of running, you stop, turn around, and decide to turn a monster into a puppy.
I know what you're getting at.
Okay. This is called lucid dreaming.
Lucid. I love lucid dreaming,
I
as
do.
you know.
Oh boy, if I want to have lucid dreams that turn into nightmares, I fill myself up with caffeine. Remember we had that
Yeah.
thing last summer. I thought I was drinking caffeine, and I was lucid dreaming in the middle of the day. So
I'm going to
I know
overdose
what
you with
that's
caffeine.
all about.
I'm going to overdose you with caffeine so you have hallucinations on the show.
So it's called lucid dreaming. It's a state where you become aware that you are dreaming while the dream is still happening. That usually just lasts for a second, it seems like. You can't really hold on to it. It kind of is there and gone.
I agree.
Over 50% of the people have experienced having lucid dreams. This is when your brain unexpectedly clocks in for the night shift during REM sleep. Suddenly, you're not just an actor, you're a movie. You are the writer, director, and star. It's kind of funny how he described that. Want to fly? Done. I don't know. With my lucid dreams, I can't.
You can't fly?
I can't do things that I want to do. It just happens. I don't have any control over, deciding what I want to do, though.
Maybe you do, and you just don't remember it.
Maybe some people can do that. So anyways, this is a harmless glitch that reveals the mind-bending reality, warping superpower you never knew you had.
Superpowers. Do you lucid dream, Jim?
I haven't that much recently,
Yeah.
but huge.
When you were a kid, did you lucid dream more?
I did.
Right?
I think I did more. I remember being able to fly, and that was the most fun. I would go to sleep at night and hope, oh man, I hope I have a dream flying.
I used to dream about flying too, and I remember when I was having my flying dreams, I would actually put my arms out in front of me, and I'd be like cruising through the sky and looking down at the city and stuff. Maybe you just don't remember deciding to fly, but maybe you just do it. So you think it, then you start doing it.
Maybe.
Right?
Maybe. I was 10, and I remember one dream I had when I was like 10. I used to go to St. Raphael's in Bay Village, and I remember flying in front of the church.
Did you ever tell them
And
at
that's
church?
decades ago.
I flew by last night. Didn't you see me?
Wow. So you're normal if you have lucid dreams, so don't freak out about that. So here's another one, the glitch in the Matrix. Ever get the spooky feeling that you've lived a moment before? Say, for example, you are talking to a friend and the exact words or the light in the room or the way someone talks, it all feels like a rerun of a movie you've already seen. Now this is obvious what this is.
Yeah. Deja vu.
There you go. Yeah, deja vu. So that's all normal. So don't get
That's normal, peeps.
your undies in a
Don't get
bunch.
scared.
I don't. Has that happened to you, Jeff? I don't know if that's really
Deja vu?
Yeah.
I've had it happen to me so many times. I don't know what it is. I don't really understand it. I've asked guests in the past, like paranormal guests and mediums, what deja vu means. A lot of them say they're like reliving past lives. A lot of them are saying that we've already done this before. A lot of them have said this is a matrix. So many of them have said different things, and I guess you have to draw your own conclusion.
I'd have to.
I don't know what it is.
I want to experience that sometime.
It's like a movie playing over again. I've had it a couple times.
It can feel like a glimpse into the past or a glitch into the Matrix. It's actually just your brain having a perfectly normal thought of something that has happened in the past. I guess I have those. Yeah.
I kind of feel like we've already done these lifetimes many, many times. And I just think it's a cross-wiring of us remembering something that happened in the past. And we're remembering it now in this time. And maybe it's the same person,
Hey, you got that down. So this is in continuing as this happens, a part of your brain mistakenly flags it as an old memory. The cognitive misfire. This cognitive misfire is common with around 97% of people reporting they've experienced this happening. So I guess I have.
Old memory incoming. Sorry.
So this is all normal again. So don't.
You're normal. Don't worry.
That's the good news.
Don't
Okay,
worry.
we'll move on now. The demon on your chest.
Hell
Okay,
yeah.
what's all that mean? Okay, imagine waking up in the middle of the night. You can't move or speak and feel completely frozen. And at that time, you see a figure moving towards you. This is called sleep paralysis. Did
I've
you know
never
about
had that.
I don't think I have either.
I never want to have that. Can you imagine laying in bed, unable to move, like paraplegic, and you can't move, and you're like laying in there, and the demon walks in the bedroom?
I would think it only could happen for a couple seconds, then you'll snap out of it.
What if it happened all night long?
It's I don't know.
I would freak out.
Well, it can be very terrifying. There's no doubt about this. This happens when your brain wakes up before your body does. What?
All right, so
Your brain wakes up, but your body doesn't. Okay, who figured that one out?
that's how you astral project. Your body goes to sleep, but your conscious stays awake.
There you go.
That's how it works. You have to get into a relaxed state, so relaxed that your body drifts off, but your mind stays aware.
Very good, Jeff.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot to.
During REM, what is REM? Do you know what that means?
Rapid eye movement.
Yes. During
Damn.
REM sleep, your brain shuts down your muscles to stop you from acting out your dreams. So that's pretty cool. You know, you see people moving around like that. Well, you know, they're acting out their dreams right there.
Hey, Matt Guka said, I have, and the thing is behind me. And I'm not sure what that meant. I hope it's not a sexual thing.
Maybe we'll never know. And maybe we don't need to. Okay.
It's behind me.
Sleep paralysis is a system lag where your mind is awake, but your body is still in dream mode. What happens is your brain is caught in a weird limbo between dream and wakefulness.
I also never want that to happen. That would be terrifying.
But again, this is harmless and temporary phenomenon that 1 in 4 people experience.
Although, let me say this, Jim. If it was better over there, I might be like, adios, it's been fun. I'm not coming back.
Should I continue, or
please?
Are we want me to do one more?
Let's hear 2 more.
Did you have enough coffee, everybody, to get through this?
This is great, man. This is right up my alley.
Okay, the emergency elect button.
Wow.
The emergency, not select, but eject button. The emergency eject button. I'll get that. Say you're drifting off to sleep when suddenly you feel like you are falling and your whole body jerks violently and you wake up with your heart pounding. Have you ever? I've done that before.
I do it all the time, every night.
But that's because that's sleep apnea. When you're snoring, you snore so loud, you wake yourself up.
I love that.
And you're freaking out too. You're like in a panic too.
I love that
because
feeling.
You're not breathing, so your brain isn't getting oxygen, so you're losing it. You know.
Well, let me ask you this question: when you do that thing where you jump up or you move, do you ever have that thing where you're falling, where you like falling off like a cliff and you're falling and falling and falling, and then you wake up before you hit the bottom?
Maybe we could talk about that in a few minutes.
Is that really part of it? Did I step all over your story?
I think so, a little
Sorry.
bit, but that's okay. So
I'm doing it all day.
Jeff, there's a name for this. It's called hypnic jerk. HYPNIC. Anybody ever hear of that? Hypnic jerk. When you wake up and you're jerking around.
I love that. Isn't there a song called The Jerk?
Yeah. Oh, there was a song I was just going to bring up. The hypnic jerk. Is that the same as the hippie shake? You know, remember that song from the 60s? Got the hippie shake. You know, is that?
He did the jerk.
That's a hypnic jerk, maybe. That's what I was thinking. It happens to about 70% of the population.
He's a jerk. Okay, sorry.
As you fall asleep, your muscles relax completely, and sometimes your brain misinterprets the sudden relaxation as you falling. It panics and sends a powerful signal to your muscles to catch yourself, causing that sudden body movement. It's your brain going off by mistake. Caffeine, stress, and exhaustion can make them more frequent, but they are completely harmless.
Hey, Jim, have you ever woke up and not known where you were?
I think kids need to be told this kind of stuff. I was a kid and I had some of these things happening. And if there was a course or something where you could tell you kids out there, you ever do this? It's normal,
You ever wake up and
It's a
not
lot
know where
cheaper
you
than
are?
going to a psychologist, that's for sure.
I wake up all the time and not know where I'm at. Does that happen to you?
Nah, yeah. Only a few times,
Few
I think,
times?
probably.
You ever wake up and not know what day it is?
I don't know what day it is now. I don't. I have to carve it into my hand. Or
That's freaking great.
Okay, I got one more.
All
grand
right.
Finale.
One more left.
I don't remember what this is. The bedtime explosion.
Oh boy, that happens every night.
No, I don't know about what kind of explosion are they talking about. So I don't know. I don't think I want to be there when it goes off.
Wait, hold on a second. I saved this for the perfect moment, and this seems like the perfect moment for the bedroom explosion, courtesy of 100.7 WMMS.
Uh-oh.
One more time?
I think, wait a minute. It's enough.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
All right,
I don't
guys.
know how my wife lived with me so long. My
That's
ex-wife, should I say. Poor thing.
There's another one for you.
Damn.
All right.
Okay, the bedtime explosion. When falling asleep, have you ever heard a loud explosion in your head? No. Have you? Boom.
I hear loud explosions. I don't know if they're in my, well, obviously they're in my head. So consciously, yeah, I've had this happen to me, but not necessarily in my head do I hear it, but like I've had experiences where I felt something jump on the bed and it made a boom sound.
Really?
While I'm falling asleep. I don't know what that is, but yeah,
Well,
I have heard the booms.
Let me continue.
Okay.
There is no actual sound, obviously, but it jolts you awake. This is called exploding head syndrome. I've never heard of that. Who's coming up with these ideas and names? And
what was it
whatever?
again?
Exploding head syndrome. That's kind of silly if you ask me. This happens when your mind transitions from wakefulness to sleep. Okay.
Exploding head syndrome. Yes, I have this. But all right, let me say this though. You don't like how they talk about consciousness and when you die, you're just all consciousness. When you're going to sleep, your body is slowing down and your brain is waking up. That's consciousness, right?
Yes.
So when you're having these explosions in your brain or you're having these different things happen to you as you're falling asleep, I just think that's part of consciousness.
Very interesting.
That's my belief anyway.
Okay. And now one
Please
more
continue.
thing here. Instead of a slow transition from awakeness to sleep, your brain shuts down too fast. It's a rare phenomenon that is completely harmless. So you could go to sleep tonight and think, man, I'm more normal than I thought I was. And we could, I got a few more, but we can maybe do that next week.
All right, can't wait. All right, peeps, we're going to play one song. Actually, you know what we're going to do, Jim, is I want to recap a few things. We're not going to play any music. We'll play it at the very end. Thank you so much for Mentally Ill in America. It wasn't really a mentally ill segment.
I wanted to mix things up a little bit, you know?
But sleep paralysis and that other crazy thing that happens when you see shadow demons or demons when you're falling asleep and you can't move, paralysis, right?
It's normal.
That would make you go insane.
You got to let people know, you know, when they're young, hey, when you do this, you know, it's normal. You know, I was freaking out with those dreams when I was a kid, and I was thinking something was wrong with me, you know, maybe.
So what I was told what sleep paralysis is when your body falls asleep, your mind stays awake, you astral project, and when you come back into your body, your consciousness is still awake. You're still in that realm that demons, spirits, and other things can come through in that realm, okay? Because your body hasn't accepted your consciousness yet, and you lay there in paralysis until you merge as one, and then you can either fall asleep or wake up. And that's why you're seeing these things. So what I've been told is, if this happens to you, just chill. Just keep telling yourself that they can't hurt you. They could terrify you, but they can't hurt you. And just chill, relax, and you'll eventually wake up.
Take a breath and exhaust slowly. And relax.
Now watch. Every one of us tonight is going to have sleep paralysis.
We don't have insurance coverage, so don't try to sue us.
Yeah. Outlaw Radio is not responsible for your sleep paralysis. Okay? All right, guys. It's been a great show, right? Mentally Ill in America, the Paranormal Navy, Marksberry, Ravenwood, all the great music we played. Great, huh, Jim?
Another good show, I think.
Another fantastic show going in the right direction. Next week, don't forget, we have an interview with Dogs of Verona at 8 p.m. Mentally Ill in America is back again. Jim's talking about more disorders. The Paranormal segment is taking us to the punk rock scene of likes of Sid and Nancy and horror punk rock. We have a bunch of indie punk rock songs all set to go. A bunch of new bands came in. I'm super happy about that.
Sounds good.
Sounds great. Thursday Paranormal is back November 6th at 5:30 with Melanie Barton Bragg, a holistic psychotherapist, and featuring the music of Seal Gloss. Sounds great, right?
Definitely.
And that's what we have for you, kiddies. Are you excited about going into this new week, Jim?
I am. I'm going to start a new song called, what's it called, Jeff?
To Be Reborn.
To be reborn, to be reborn. It's like that.
It's going to be a very good song. In my mind, it sounds like Alice in Chains, and it has an Alice in Chains vibe.
I can't wait to start it, man. I'm after doing that Beatles song, "Hey Bulldog." I have confidence now.
Oh, that's great.
I'm not afraid to go down there because if it sounds good, you want to do more.
Yeah, it's super good.
And if it sucks, then you
it.
go, oh man, why am I doing this? So I'm on a roll right now. I gotta keep up.
So Jim said to me, I can sing on To Be Reborn if I want to, but I told him what I'd really like to do is create the intro to that song and using electronic instruments, kind of like a little bit like Ravenwood, a little bit like the Beatles' Revolution Number 9, kind of like a mix of it. And he said yes. So I'm super excited because electronics and keyboards and stuff, that's kind of like my passion, something I really like to do. I'm not great at it, but I do like to do it, and I can make some really cool sounds.
You've done some good stuff in the past.
Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in to Outlaw Radio. It's been a great show, Jim.
Yes, it
I
has.
am super happy with it. All right, guys. We're going to lead it out with a couple tunes. Tonight we have for you Over Medicated. Great band in Bowling Green. They have a brand new song that we're going to play. It's called Hell in You. And then we're going to close out the show with Avoid Dead's Witch. I want to thank you for watching Outlaw Radio Nation. We will be back on Thursday at 5:30 with our psychotherapist. And we all need it, I'm sure. Very holistic, nice, natural, healing way, right?
That's right.
We all need that in our lives. Okay. Then we have November 9th, Dogs of Verona, followed by another show on the 16th, a fan favorite night, followed by the 20th with the Emerald Raven Mystic. We've been Outlaw Radio Nation. You guys have a fantastic evening. God bless and take care. Goodbye, everyone.
See ya.
Good night.
Now we can eat burgers.
Now we can eat burgers, Jim.
To the bar to get a little closer to myself and learn things I never really wanted to know. Well, the walk got a little far, so I got into a cab that smelled like vinegar, stain that showed what's in the girl before. But I want to be where all the stupid shit I say sounds so romantic and true. 'Cause I'd rather hell with you if We take things a little far, but you couldn't name a place I wouldn't go with you. A plane, a train, a car I'd run. If I was dead, I'd float, I'd crawl in bed with you. Even on someone else's blood, on top of someone else's love. In the worst motel we find, 'cause home is the last place that I'd stand to be with anyone but you. I'd rot in hell with you if you just ask me to. And I love the shitty things we do together. Live with me in this sin forever. Hell and you, I know you want it too. And I say we take the shot and see this chance. Feel the fire, let me have this dance with you. Cause I'd rot in hell with you if you just ask me to. And I love the shitty things we do together. Live with me in this sin forever. Hell and you, I know you want it too. And I say we take the shot, see this chance, feel the fire, and let me have this dance with you. And I know you want it too. And I love the shitty things we do together. Live with me in this sin forever. Hell and you, I know you want it too. And I say we take the shot, see this chance, feel the fire, let me have this dance with you.
This is Troy.
Adam.
Sam.
Jason.
And Levi.
We are Avoid Dead. You're listening to Outlaw Radio.
Stay alive. Stay listening.
She's known by many names, a heart as dark as a moonless night. The fates of time sing the song without any warmth or light. Malevolence all around us, instilling fear like a parasite. The hatred you see in the lover's eyes, the anger you feel when you bond to fight. Rising up on a saddle of iron, wrapped in the flames from the demon's fire. Words of venom pestilence from her breath. She's a vector of disease and despair, spread like a virus, body and mind. Hatred, fear, hostility, and spite. Bitterness and pain are the ties that bind. Scions, famine, war, plague, and death, embraces filled with malice, fluid, pestilence from her breath. She's a vector of disease and despair, spread like a virus, body and mind. Hatred, fear, hostility, and spite. Bitterness and pain are the ties that bind. Bitterness and pain are the ties that bind.